Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something.
Please be advised of the disclaimers. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pinnacle Trading here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you 8 stocks that I've been watching on this market dip that we had recently. And before we get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified on all the future videos that I post. And also make sure to support Pinnacle Trading on social media right here. And we also do have the Robinhood referral link if you'd like to sign up for that. We both get a free stock if you sign up using that link. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the markets right now. S&P 500, we've seen that big drop recently. Let's look at that 10-30 day. So couldn't break over 280 and came crashing down. Was supposed to actually test 275, which it did, and then go up and test at 280 as we're in the bullish pattern. But a lot of news announced by Trump, CNBC, a lot of trade war issues, a lot of banks issues, a lot of stuff going on in the media and the news. So a lot of panic, fear, a lot of weak hands selling out. People who aren't experienced with trading just selling off. MM's also manipulating a little and selling off. So we've seen a big sell-off on the markets. SPY broke that 270 for a brief moment yesterday and bouncing back up from there. Looking at the yearly chart, got the buy alert right here, but as soon as I hit that 50 SMA on the 270, but it needs to break over that 280 soon. Looking for that break of 280 at least within a month or two or so, maybe even before that if we get positive news. But right now we're looking at markets recovering. You can see that RSI and MACD way oversold. We got a nice jump today in the markets. Little jump, not too big, but a nice recovery so far, and looking for markets to run all week as long as we don't get no other bad news. Alright, first one, we're going to start off with Apple. So I called all of these out in the chat room, so if you haven't gotten a subscription of the membership for the chat room, make sure to check that out. I'll talk about that later in the video, and the link will be in the description as well. So I'll call that out, 185 call. I called this out last week along with Intel. So I usually post a screenshot of my trades, my entry, exit, and talk about that in the options alert section right here, along with other sections. So let's look at Apple right here. Let's look at the chart. Look at the 1 year chart. What do you see on this? We see the nice uptrend pattern. When you're even looking at the max chart, you can basically draw a straight correlation line. You can see that nice top test and also testing top over here. So looking at the 1 year chart, after the most previous earnings ran all the way to 194.20 on the high right here. So couldn't break 195 and came down as it was way overbought and way overextended. Whenever you get that double top or triple top on the RSI, usually means it's on a pullback coming up. So looking at the yearly chart, you can see that 50 SMA test. So the big test is at 185. As soon as it broke below that, that's where I had my alert set at 185, and then just broke below. So looking at the 5-day chart, fell all the way from that 194, broke below 185. That was a big support. As soon as it hit that, just tanked from there. So all the way down to 180.73. So big support at 180, didn't break below, bouncing back nicely from there. So looking at the yearly chart, RSI bouncing off the lows right there. Looking at the 180-day chart, MACD already recovering, and RSI way oversold. Consolidation in that range at the low 180s, so coming back up on that. That's why I see great potential on this for long term. Next one is going to be Boeing. I call this out in the chat room as well. If you look at the max chart again on this, zoom out and then zoom into 180-day, 1 year, 30-day, whichever chart you use. So looking at the chart, had a nice spike from 2017. We had a big run in 2017 after President Trump came in. Markets are very hot, and looking at the yearly chart, you can see it's pretty oversold, breaking below 50 SMA, that breakout area, and needs to test at 330 and bouncing back up from there. So this has a little bit room to fall if it can break below 330 again, but it is in the consolidation phase right now, bouncing off the lows. You can see RSI and MACD bouncing off the lows and should bounce back soon. As soon as markets, at least as soon as Dow comes up, Dow is taking a big hit from Boeing and Apple. So as soon as this comes up, should bring up the markets along with Apple. And next thing is Alibaba. So a lot of Chinese stocks took a hit, a lot of the tech, semiconductors took a hit. So looking at the yearly chart, I talked about this in my last video. I was looking for the 190 support actually did break that. So looking at the 180-day chart, you can see consolidation still on the R side, way oversold. Looking at the daily chart, yesterday, Monday, this week, it did break below 190 and broke down all the way to 188.50 area. So nice bounce off of that. That's why I'll call this out today. So that was BABA. I called that out in the options alerts today, and that was for July call. So looking for a swing play on this, as it's a pretty expensive stock. So looking for a nice reversal to 195 or so. Next one though I'm looking at is CME. So I called this out last time, and we see in the yearly chart it still has room to fall. That's why we had that swing play, and then as soon as it got to the 165 area, looking for a nice buy for the long term. So looking at the daily chart, it did break out all the way there and saw that sell off, and markets came down today as well, again a little bit into the afternoon. Had a little bit green close, but market still came down, so has room, a little bit more room to fall to about 163 to 165 area. So as soon as it hits that 165 below, the 50 SMA on the yearly chart should be a nice area for long-term pickup. Intel, I called this out last week, so this has been way oversold. Had a nice run along with Square, Micron. I'll talk about those next. And also all the chips, semiconductors took a hit, so those are coming down due to the trade war issues and all that with China, all that issues going on. So you can see the 200 SMA is at 47.27, so if it does fall to there, it should make a big bounce. But anywhere below 50, guys, or at that 49 to 51 is a great pickup for long term. And Intel is going to stay around for a very long time, so not a worry with that if you have that for long term. Same thing with Micron and SQ. So Micron had recent earnings and went up a little for the day and then came down as the markets came down. So you can see 64.66 testing 50 SMA on this, along with SQ. It hasn't tested 50 SMA, so has more room to fall below 60. So anywhere in the low 60s or a little bit more there could bounce off from there. But I did call out the early entry on these Micron and SQ today for September calls, and looking for a nice quick reversal or quick bounces. Markets reverse this week and make that recovery. So Micron and Square both good. I'll wait for that whole dollar support, and then should be good for long term. Visa, guys, this is one of the safest and best place to go with when markets have a lot of volatility, like we've recently been introduced to. So yearly chart bouncing off that 130. As soon as this has a dip or goes down in the day, it usually gets bought up. About 90-95% of the time, usually just gets bought up. A lot of people love this for long term. Let me show you why. Look at the max chart on this. What do you see on this? Basically a straight line on this. This and MasterCard, these are used every day by millions of people, many times a day. So you can basically draw a straight line on this on long term. So that's why yearly chart, as soon as it hit that 130, that was a way oversold region. Should not have been missed by anyone on the dip. I did catch on the dip as well, a little bit early at that 131. But anybody looking to have a solid long stock in your portfolio, definitely Nest and Visa, and also MasterCard. So those are my 8 picks that I'm looking for this week to pick up. I did call them out in the chat room in the options alert section. Also called out for some long-term investing and some swing trading this week as well. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the chat room, you can head over to pinnacletrading.us. That's a website. You can scroll down to get a free 1-week trial. As soon as you hit that join now button, you'll be taken to Discord, make a free account, and they can join the chat room. And then if you want to get that 1-week free trial, just make sure to DM me, just message me on there, or just post in the main chat asking for a 1-week trial, and then I'll grant you that. If you want to get the membership directly, you can go to the membership tab, and then Gold is your most attractive plan right now. A lot of members seem to be going with the Gold plan, and the Diamond includes a 1-to-1 mentorship access. So guys, this is a simple one month plan. It's month to month, no contracts, nothing like that. You can join and go as you like. So Gold has been our most favorable plan, as it includes options alerts, investing, swing trading, etc., and the voice chat access in the mornings. Alright guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified, and make sure to support Pinnacle Trading on our social media. Alright guys, hope you guys have a great week. Make sure to pick these up, or at least some of them, whichever ones you can for long term. I love to focus on the long term, and I've been doing that more recently, and always good to pick up on these market dips. Don't get shaken out on these by weak hands and the market fear. Stay strong, hold them for long term, and keep gaining. Alright guys, hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video.